Okay, so for week 9 of winter anime, the biggest show this week is Attack on Titan. Which final season is it? The final season times 3. This honestly was so good, very high quality. I think it was universally liked even by manga readers, even though they hate the ending. But apart from that, yeah, this is not really the final season. It's more like a 1 hour kind of movie type of episode. And then we're gonna have the next final season in the fall. But we gotta wait 6 months for that. But I mean, I don't mind because this quality is insane. Map is doing a good job. They probably heard all the complaints on the previous parts of season 4, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna step our game up. We're gonna kind of slow it down. It's not gonna be an episodic thing anymore. It's gonna be just a whole ass movie type of thing. Because yeah, there's not that much content left for a whole 12 episode anime. So it looks like 1 hour special here and another hour special in the fall. And yeah, that's gonna be it for Attack on Titan. So yeah, excited to talk about it. Got a lot of opinions. Besides that, the rest of these shows continue, bro. Tokyo Revengers honestly making me so mad every week because bro, Takamichi is so dumb. His story is so dumb. I don't like it. Most of the characters are pretty badass, but yeah, Takamichi is not hitting. My hero this week, Deku, gets kind of edgy. There's some cool action scenes. Blue Lock is solid. NieR Automata, a lot of emotional moments in that episode. Also Vinland Saga, goddamn. So yeah, a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's get started. Okay, so for Attack on Titan, the final season, part 3, or also the final season, final chapters, it's also being called. Whatever finals you want. Bro, they could have just called this season 4 and been done with it. But no, yeah, this isn't really the final season as well. It's a 1 hour special. And then the next final season is gonna be in the fall. But yeah, I mean, I love the way they did this because the quality is so high. The animation, music, a lot of stuff looks really good compared to earlier episodes done by Mappa. So yeah, I mean, I feel they found a formula that's working for them. Mappa's doing a lot of shit every season. They're doing Vinland Saga on top of this. So yeah, how did we get here? Basically, we see Eren, kind of his whole point of view. He's kind of crushing everything. Why is he committing genocide? What led him to this? Well, we kind of see it's a bit childish. I mean, he's a teenager, so don't trust him to make rash decisions even after a 4-year time skip. But basically, he's after we cleared the walls, we kind of explored forward. We saw the ocean. I was kind of looking forward to explore everything. The thing is, once he sees there's actual civilization, there's kind of inequality, people living in power struggles, similar to his island. He's wow, bro, people suck. There's nothing much to explore out here. Everything's been explored. He's literally the meme where too early to explore space, too late to explore the earth, or just in time to commit genocide, I guess. So yeah, his point of view is that okay, he read all these books with Armin. I kind of don't like this way of thinking because you have magical Titan powers. There's also a 4-year time skip, so you could have done some diplomatic negotiations with other countries. I know you kind of tried it, but you failed, and now the war is starting. So it feels all that time, that 4 years was for nothing. This is a common thing in anime time skips though, because just because the character grows doesn't mean they get more powerful or smarter. So yeah, your biggest growth comes from actually fighting and facing conflict. So yeah, that led to Eren doing the rumbling. We see a lot of innocent people dying, which was very well done. I think their bodies getting crushed by rubble, getting stomped by the big titans, everything going on fire as well because the titans are so hot. We see there's these little kids that Eren kind of saved before that were kind of living in poverty. But yeah, Eren was crying because he saved them even though he knew he would kill them eventually. So yeah, no one is safe. So the entire continent of Marley is being stomped. We don't know how much destruction is there, but yeah, I guess millions of people are dying. So I guess it's up to our squad, Mikasa, Armin, Connie, the Titan squad. So yeah, our main characters, they're kind of trying to save Eren basically. Mikasa's I'm not trying to kill Eren. We gotta find him, we gotta stop him, we gotta convince him to go back to normal. But even though the plan is dumb, it was executed very well with the music, animation, all the characters looking so badass. They basically got intel from Yelena that Eren's kind of targeting this base where there's kind of flying ships that'll drop bombs. And then while they're on a boat, they go to another place that has a plane. So yeah, they get access to a plane. So they're gonna just fly over and attack Eren. The problem is Flock comes in. So this dude, bro, he wasn't done. We saw him last season. He got shot by Gavi. So Gavi, the OG sniper, and he wants to save his island. So he shoots the fuel tank of the plane that our main characters were trying to go on. And then after that, Mikasa kind of swings and kills Flock. Cuts his neck. So it's pretty sad that he just died abruptly. But yeah, Flock did his job, try to save the island, try to stop these guys from saving the world. The problem comes when the colossal titans are coming to stomp on them. So Hange comes in. This was one of the coolest action scenes here. So yeah, there were 2 big action scenes. One was Hange kind of fighting these giant colossal titans while everyone else was trying to fix the fuel tanks. So yeah, she was swinging. Animation, music was so nice until she kind of went on fire. So yeah, pretty tragic to see her go. I kind of loved her throughout the anime. She was consistently, crazy, funny, but also a good leader. leader type of character. And now it's all up to Armin. He's the new leader now. Oh, also, while everyone's trying to save the world, we see Annie. She's actually like, bro, I'm tired. I don't want to fight. Which I thought was really funny. Like, bitch, do you think you have a choice? You have the female Titan. But no, they kind of like leave her behind, which was kind of weird because first of all, she kind of has feelings for Armin, but they kind of go their separate ways. So why doesn't Annie just accompany Armin? Just so you can like have your man safe, like bodyguard him. So yeah, whatever. Annie's doing her own thing. She's kind of accompanying the little kids, Falco and Gabby. So yeah, they're kind of sad they're being left behind. But yeah, after that cool flight scene with Hanj, we see Onyan Capone and all the engineers kind of flying the plane, and our squad in tow, and we're chasing after Eren. So yeah, we're flying to Eren. We see he's in like this canyon area right now, his big like skeletal body. They're kind of planning out how to kill him because, you know, to kill Titans, just like aim for the neck. The problem is, since he has the Warhammer power, like his head could be anywhere. So they're theorizing, let's separate him from Zeke. That's our best course of action. The problem comes when, you know, like these are big ass Titans that you're fighting against and you're on a plane. Zeke can also like manifest and throw rocks at you. But yeah, I mean, this is what it's all about. Like Attack on Titan, it's about humans fighting Titans. And this is like all like very thematic because yeah, our final boss is a big ass skeletal Titan. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is like a good culmination of everything. I still had problems on why this transpired. Like this was Eren's like big plan. There could have been so many ways. Like you have magical Titan powers. I don't know, make some like force field that stops atomic bombs from dropping from different countries. Try to negotiate. Like that would have been my solution. Just like diplomacy with other countries. Like there's a war like between Marley and a lot of other countries, so why don't you just like ally with them? But no, they just chose the whole genocide route. So yeah, Eren wants his freedom. And then yeah, we kind of end off with all the heroes kind of jumping onto Skeletal Titan, and then they're gonna fight Zeke. So Levi's also there. He's very injured, but he's like ready to fight. Mikasa, Reiner's there, bro. I love Reiner's transformation. Very cool. And then Peak is also there, Kark Titan form with a bunch of bombs strapped up onto her. So yeah, they're planning something. We kind of end the anime there. So yeah, I mean, I guess the next final part of the season is just gonna be like this big ass fight between Eren and everyone. They're again not trying to kill Eren. They're trying to like, you know, get answers from him. A lot of stuff in the story is like very unsatisfying, very like out of character for all these people. But I mean, it is very stylish, very badass. So gotta give it that. So yeah, Attack on Titan, the final chapters. I think this part 1 of it was like very universally liked. So my opinion on this series as a whole is that like, you know, very good. You can't like go wrong with Attack on Titan. Just like started very strong, very consistent. All the characters are nice. Like anime wise, it's like very mainstream as well. The whole mystery and action goes very hard. And then like season 3, I thought it peaked so hard at the basement. After that, season 4 part 1, I was like a big fan of. I like kind of the new direction. But then I didn't like how all the characters were kind of dumb. It felt like all this planning, this like whole 4-year time skip was for nothing. And then yeah, season 4 part 2, I did not like too much. And then the ending, I am a manga reader, so personally, bro, that shit did not hit. But yeah, in anime form, you know, maybe something will click. Maybe it'll deliver. So yeah, we just gotta see. And yeah, that's it for Attack on Titan this week. Okay, so for Vinland Saga season 2 episode 9, this is probably my favorite episode this week. So well done. I've barely seen anime do this. Maybe Made in Abyss does this, where it just like this slow paced, very built up storytelling. You just see characters going through struggles. It's like a whole different thing, the season 2 from season 1, but I enjoyed so much. So yeah, Thorfinn's PTSD struggles continue. We're 9 episodes in, no battles, no wars really. There's some politicking going on with, you know, King Canute. But besides that, we're just in this farm with Thorfinn. So yeah, I thought some serious shit would happen because Thorfinn landed a punch. They were fighting the slave captors that were bullying them, that pulled up their wheat. So yeah, Thorfinn threw the punch and then he kind of passed out. He like went into his memories because yeah, he doesn't want to fight, so he just like stays frozen and gets knocked out. Einar's like holding his ground, so yeah, this dude's Giga Chad. And he does fight off all the farm people, they run away. But yeah, now we're in Thorfinn's memories. So yeah, he's basically in hell right now. And he's kind of like fighting inside of himself, like, oh, should I fall into this pit? This pit has all these dead people fighting, these zombie skeletons. Is this where I really belong? So yeah, we know Thorfinn growing up, he always wanted to, you know, fight, be a warrior. And then we know his dad Thors was also a warrior, but he turned into the past of his life. He's like, it's not right to hurt people, like no matter what. And you know, maybe you have to hurt people eventually to like, you know, protect yourself. But once you do that, like those people's lives are on your hands now. So yeah, Thorfinn killed a lot of people. All his kind of skeletons are weighing down on him, and he's like falling into the hell pit. His hands are holding onto this cliff for dear life. If he falls into this pit, he's gonna go back to his anger, his rage. And then we see Askeladd. This dude, bro, he had so much dialogue here, which, you know, I kind of expected because he's such an important character. So just because he's dead does not mean his presence in the anime is finished. The fact that you're trying to escape from the pit is pretty good, but you kind of have to take responsibility, like look inside of yourself. So yeah, this is where we see Thorfinn. Yeah, all the people he's killed are kind of holding him down. And that's why he feels empty. He kind of wants to run away from this life. But then Askeladd says you have to embrace it. So yeah, that's the one way he got out of this pit. Daddy Askeladd kind of like giving him a pep talk. And Thorfinn realizes that, yeah, he did kill kill all these people. He has to kind of like accept that. And once he does that, all these bodies, he's able to like get out of the pit and he wakes up. So him and Einar talk. This scene was insane. You know, I love these like kind of father-son moments. Also remind me a bit of Frankie of Kings and kind of like the unique way they do storytelling here. So yeah, after that, Thorfinn wakes up, he talks to Einar, and then we see that Thorfinn is crying, but he's not empty anymore. So he kind of like openly sets his goals right now, which is I don't want to hurt people anymore. Pacifism all the way. So yeah, that's very commendable. Like we always thought that was his goal, but now it's kind of like concrete. He actually said it. So that's a very big moment for him. And besides that, you know, the episode was very good. I love the direction this anime is going, just like unique PTSD explanations. And, you know, there's more to go from here. We kind of finished this part, but we're still on the farm. There's a lot of politics going on that we haven't really touched yet. So, yeah, just like the whole landscape of this European Viking environment. The fact that Thorfinn was like, I'm not going to hurt people anymore, like, I think that's big cap. So I'm definitely expecting some conflicts coming through. Maybe not anytime soon. Maybe we gotta wait like a couple episodes. And yeah, that's it for Vinland Saga. Okay, so for Tokyo Revengers Season 2 Episode 9. Bro, I hate this anime so much. Like, I'm mauling over a cartoon, but just like Takamichi is so dumb. So it starts off with Mikey coming into the church. Everyone's kind of like paused, like, bro, this is the leader. He's strong as fuck. You know, real shit is about to happen. Everyone else is kind of beat up and injured. We see Taiju is still like getting up, so he still has some power in him. But yeah, everyone else is kind of like bloody and beaten up. The thing is, Mikey, bro, he doesn't really care. He's like smiling. He's like, okay, it's Christmas. Yo, it's time to ride with my friends. I heard from Baji and my older brother. They kind of led us here. And Takamichi is like, bro, is Mikey dumb? Bro, the stress from losing his friends might have got to him. It's like Takamichi does not understand what a metaphor is. It's not like Mikey is like, oh yeah, I believe these guys are still alive, like Baji and my brother. Like, bro, who writes this dialogue? Like, they're making the main character just like so stupid on purpose. Like, this dude has time powers and he cannot like comprehend anything. So yeah, he just like kind of loses confidence in Mikey. He's like, bro, you're not ready to fight Taiju. And then the thing is, Taiju punches Mikey right in the face. So yeah, while they're like talking about their truce and everything, Taiju just like knocks him out. So it was very funny because, you know, we've seen Mikey tank punches before, so I'm not like stressed at all. But then Takamichi, bro, this dude is clueless. He's like, oh, Mikey got knocked out. I was right. He's not the same guy he was. And everyone else is also kind of shocked. I'm like, bro, why are you getting baited so hard? So yeah, it was obvious that Mikey was kind of like, you know, getting hit on purpose. He did not really care. This punch did not affect him. So yeah, Mikey gets up, kind of roundhouse kicks Taiju in the face. He did it so fast, no one can really tell. And then Taiju gets knocked out one shot. So yeah, this is the Mikey we're all kind of like expecting. I hated how Takamichi's reaction here was just like so bad. It's like every arc, it seems like Takamichi forgot what he learned. So it's like we starts back from zero each time. Like, it's so dumb. Like, what's the point of character development if they just forget? You know, I love gang fights with these dudes. I just love like the concept of these big guys just like beating each other up. But with Takamichi commenting, it just like does not hit as hard. But yeah, basically we see Draken also outside. He also soloed 100 gang members from the murder squad. And it seems like everything's like back to normal. Like our gang, it's like we're rising up. Takamichi kind of like passes out from getting beaten up a lot, so I don't blame him there because he tanks so many punches. But after that, we see him riding with Mikey. So yeah, they're both together during Christmas. It's like very cute. They go to see Hina. So Hinata is there. Takamichi's dumbass broke up with her, but Mikey, the wingman, he kind of brings him back to her. We end the episode there, so I thought that was good. Like, I love every character in this anime besides Takamichi. Like, it just ruins this anime so much for me. Also, each of the story arcs are kind of like weird. I didn't even really like this one. Like Taiju, I guess they're a random villain introduced. Like it was like some big ass big dude. But I didn't like the domestic violence plot line. It felt kind of so forced. But yeah, besides that, you know, Takamichi's there, you know, saving the timeline, changing things. We kind of have to deal with Kisaki now because people are like still trusting him even though he's like comically evil. So yeah, I guess that's our next goal right now. Okay, so for NieR Automata version 1.1a episode 6, this is another solid episode. It's kind of like anime only content, but it felt so good. Just like we learned so much. The emotional kind of pulls like of these androids going through a lot of struggles in this war. It's like very simplistic, but all the character moments, all these like kind of waifu androids going through all these struggles feel so good. So first we see Lily. She's like the commander. She has a lot of PTSD and dreams, so she also doesn't really trust the Yorha androids, so she has like this whole backstory around her. So I thought that was kind of interesting because in the actual game, Lily doesn't really exist. The leader of the resistance group is an enemy who we realize is like Lily's teacher. So I mean, it's been a little bit since I played the game, so I'm not sure like how this ties in with the timeline and everything. But yeah, basically Lily explains to 2B about her backstory. how like when she was younger she met up with other Yorha androids, and they also had like a 2B model, and then that 2B was very positive, trying to make friends, trying to make allies, and Yorha kind of left them to give them an impossible mission to fight off all these robots because there are only 4 of them. But yeah, like we see the androids from Yorha and androids from the resistance group kind of like became friends, they like met up, and then now they're kind of like growing, helping each other. We see that Lily also had a virus inside of her because she had no like defensive shield up, so then all the other androids kind of teamed up. Instead of killing her, they kind of cured her. So it's all good. Like this camaraderie with the androids, this friendship, it's so solid. So yeah, after getting all this backstory, it does go wrong. All of Lily's squad mates get wiped out because Yorha kind of forces them to fight the robots, and there's like literally hundreds of thousands of robots. It's impossible. They're getting lasered. We see people's heads getting exploded. So yeah, it's like kind of over for everyone. So yeah, while they're trying to retreat, run away, we see like people getting like picked off one by one. Some of them have viruses in them, so Lily is the sole survivor. Everyone's kind of protecting her as she's like taking the elevator to escape. But I mean, it was very cute seeing all these different type of android models interact with each other, and it was so sad seeing all of them die. And yeah, that's it for this episode. She kind of tells this whole story to 2B. She's like, androids don't dream, we don't have souls, but our memories are real. So a lot of like emotional moments are being set up here. We see all these characters have a lot of like deep struggles and conflicts inside of them. And then yeah, the episode ends there. So yeah, very exciting, very slow pace, but like a lot of story exposition. Also, yeah, at the end of the episode, we see preview new android. She's a long-haired kind of like nomadic android. So yeah, I guess we'll see her. No spoilers on her name or anything, but yeah, it can be very exciting next episode. Also, yeah, at the end of this episode, we get a new ending as well, where all the androids we just met, all these new characters are kind of like featured here. So yeah, I mean, this anime feels very good so far. They're doing some different things from the game, but overall it's very consistent. A lot of like good emotional feels, as well as like, questioning, why are we here? Like, are we humans? Okay, so for Blue Lock, episode 21, another exciting episode as the match kind of goes on. So it's a pretty long match. We see like each character kind of evolving their skill. So the player to beat is Rin, because he just like dictates everyone. He's literally the puppet master, so he thinks like 20 moves ahead of everyone else. So while they're trying to like get an upper hand, try to like pass to each other, like he's just there to kind of block all the lanes. And then yeah, he makes his own goals. So yeah, it's 3-2 right now, the score. So yeah, not looking good for our team. But wait, bro, he's there, bro. This dude, he's greedy as fuck. He tries to steal the ball from his own teammate, and Ren, he couldn't predict that. So Burrow's kind of like a glitch, like someone playing soccer, like all wild, uncontrolled. So yeah, our one way to beat Ren is to kind of like do things that he does not expect. The thing is, it's kind of hard to wing it in the middle of like a soccer game because you have to like change your whole playstyle. But yeah, we see each of the characters kind of evolving. But yeah, Ren's team is still like kind of OD. Yeah, one of his teammates, his name is Ayoshi, and he's like the really strong, muscular dude. This dude's endurance is insane. So it actually plays a part where everyone else is tired kind of running around, and then he kind of like goes in front of everyone. So yeah, a lot of factors to consider in this game, but we see Isagi getting hyped up because he's trying to evolve his skill, trying to do stuff to get the upper hand on Rin. We see Bachira as well. He kind of feels left out because he was like best friends with Isagi. He's like, bro, he has the monster in him. He sees that Rin also has the monster inside of him, so we thought Bachira was like the only one with the monster, but everyone else has like this monster inside of them. Bro, these dudes are evolving. They're not even paying attention to me. So what is the point? Like, what is my whole point in playing soccer? Like, I wanted to like meet people with this monster, but now I'm being left behind. So yeah, a lot of like Bachira kind of sad moments here as well. So maybe he'll evolve a skill. We'll see what's gonna happen though. Like this anime is like very hype, keeping it spicy. The CGI is also pretty well done because like they showed the whole court in CGI form. I thought that was interesting because it shows like people's strategies and positions on the field. Besides that, Blue Lock continues. So yeah, this anime is keeping it consistent. I'm kind of excited to see who's gonna win this match, but yeah, anything can happen right now. Okay, so for My Hero Academia season 6 episode 22, I didn't really like this episode too much. They're making Deku go so edgy, which I mean, it's part of his character, I guess, where I don't want to see my friends hurt. I'm gonna do everything myself. And then the problem is he's kind of like wearing himself down. All Might even tries to give him like a lunchbox. He's like, Deku, take this bento before you go. You're working too hard. Deku kind of just like jumps, flies away. All Might drops the bento, bro. That shit was heartbreaking. Also, they look like some villain that was about to ambush All Might, so I hope my dude does not die. But Deku's kind of ignoring everyone and trying to be vigilante mode, kind of like save people. The thing is, like, since he has like his bunny mask on, he looks kind of evil. And since he has multiple quirks, people are kind of scared of him. They think he's related to One For All. The everyone's just like, planning things, so one can really find him. And Deku's just like tirelessly hunting for him. I'm like, calm down, Deku. Deku. Like, even if you find him, you're definitely not strong enough to take him down, bro. You ain't him. So yeah, Deku kind of fights this other villain. It's like this puppet master that controls all these like innocent people. But Deku's kind of tired, so he can't really defeat him. And that's where Class 1A comes in. So we see Bakugo actually helping out. So yeah, they're here to kind of rescue Deku because they see he's kind of like doing everything himself. But then Deku's like, you shouldn't have come here. So he doesn't appreciate the help because yeah, he doesn't want anyone's lives to be in risk. So it actually ends up with them kind of facing off with Deku as they're trying to subdue him before he kind of like injures himself or like goes too hard. So I mean, this like mini arc, I do not like it. Like, why is Deku so edgy? Like, I do not think like he's powerful enough to like deserve to do all this. Like, even his one for all quirks, like they're talking to him like, bro, chill out. So we're probably gonna see next episode everyone subduing Deku. I assume he's just gonna run around and everyone's gonna chase him. So we'll see what's gonna happen. You know, this is definitely like a character development moment for him. So yeah, hopefully he gets stronger, learns some lessons. All these heroes are kind of trying their best as the situation is like very desperate right now. Also for Inspector Season 2, Episode 9. So another solid episode. I'll quickly go over this because it's more of just like talking, continuing on this arc about the dude who murdered his wife. So yeah, he's like the rich billionaire hotel tycoon dude, and he kind of wants his children to understand how their mom died. So then we kind of see something funny where they all like have their own stories. So before they do anything, Kotoko, she kind of like spills the beans on everyone, where she's like, yeah, I know all of you actually plan to kill the mother, and all of you kind of failed in your plan, and only the dad succeeded. So bro, all of them actually wanted to murder her, which was like very funny. They kind of revealed their own individual plots, but then they all kind of went wrong. And then conveniently, they all had an alibi. So that's when the dad, you know, pulled off his plan, where we kind of assume one thing and then we get more information, and just like the whole thing kind of like comes falling apart. So yeah, another solid episode. Not much to talk about because this arc is still ongoing. So kind of excited for this one to finish up. And also if there's gonna be any big drama happening towards the end of the season. Unless the season is just them solving mysteries, no big overarching plot. And I guess we have to wait for a season 3 if that continues. And yeah, that's it for this week of anime. You know, thank you for watching. Attack on Titan, definitely very hype. Vinland Saga, loved it, very unique. And yeah, definitely can't wait to finish up more anime. So please let me know what your favorite episode this week was.